Let us start today's important news. Supreme Court slaps contempt notice. Supreme Court slaps contempt notice on Bengal in Mamta Mimi case. See, Supreme Court asked not to arrest the woman. In spite of the directions, the lady got arrested, and Supreme Court, if you do not listen to the court orders, it will be considered as contempt of court. Contempt of court is in Article 129 of the Indian Constitution. If you commit contempt of Supreme Court 129, High Court 215, 129 and 215. The Supreme Court issued a contempt notice to the West Bengal for keeping BJP youth wing leader Priyanka Sharma behind the bars in spite of the notice. So, in spite of Supreme Court's order, West Bengal government have detained her. Contempt of court. In this, you should know what is contempt of court. If you don't follow the court order, then it will be considered as contempt of court. Article 129 of the Indian Constitution and Article 215. 129 Supreme Court, 215 High Court. Coalition government have shaken in Karnataka. 2 Congress MLAs quit. You all know JDS, Janata Dal Secular, and Congress have a coalition government, and 2 Congress MLAs have quit the government. So let's see, rebel members in Congress, they are going to resign. And next important thing is 35 killed in Jammu Kashmir. Iran breaches limit on uranium stockpile. As you all know, Iran already informed that it is going to cross the limits of uranium enrichment, because when America have reimposed sanctions on Iran, Iran also told it is not going to be bound by the important issues in the deal. So, Iran's uranium stockpile got increased. Next important news, Hong Kong protesters storm legislature in a challenge to China. See, if a person commits crime in mainland China or some other country, particularly mainland China, and goes to Taiwan, Hong Kong, then there is no proper law till now. Recently, Hong Kong cabinet approved the extradition law. Means if a person commits crime in one place and enters into other place, again the person will be sent back to the original place. So this particular issue which Hong Kong have made have become a very big issue, because China might torture or China might go for extrajudicial things if persons are extradited like that. So large scale protests are going on in Hong Kong. This is other important thing. The next important thing coming to, if you see page number 7, in page number 7, there is a news that thermal plants are wasting water. Thermal plants are wasting water. In the page number 7. And coming to editorial page, imitation registry. The heading itself is sarcastical. Imitation registry. Nagaland is going to have RIIN. Nagaland is going to have RIIN. Register of Indigenous Inhabitants of Nagaland. In Nagaland, almost 90% of the people are tribals. So the registry is going to check it out. Around 19 lakh population is there. The registry is going to check it out. How many are non-tribals? How many are Bangladesh illegal immigrants? How many are non-locals? All these things. So already Assam had a similar exercise. More than 40 lakh people lost their citizenship and again in Nagaland it is going to create much more bigger issues. And about who is going to recognize. For example, tomorrow the registry will de-recognize certain people, and whether Bangladesh will accept it. Bangladesh is considering that it is India's internal problem. The issue is who is going to recognize them, who is going to take these people. This is a very big thing which we have to understand. And the regular news, one nation, one election. Every day we are seeing that. The other is one-sided. A blatant quest to consolidate power. A blatant quest to consolidate power. This particular issue is nothing but one nation, one election proposed by the incumbent government is to consolidate its power according to Order Dolly. So we should not comment on political issues. Next important thing, self-care. See, when people are vulnerable to various health issues, when there are various challenges, WHO said self-care in the sense, methods to self HIV test, even self-detecting of pregnancy test and other things. With the help, when there are no social workers, no health activists available, why don't you encourage self-care? India has some distance to cover before making self-care interventions freely available. So system should also develop some self-care interventions. And lessons from Bhutan. You will be happy and surprised to know, doctors and teachers, according to the new policy in Bhutan, are going to get almost salaries on par with IAS officers, civil servants. And why don't the same thing will be implemented in India, so that Indian education system will be better? So it is almost the same. I think the other do not know properly. It is almost the same, because a civil servant, if you join today, you will get around 60 to 70,000 salary, and university professor will get more than that. School teacher will get less than that. Okay, and salaries compared to other positions, civil servant salaries are not very good. It was on par with other salaries. It is not that they will get extraordinary salaries. So it is better to increase salaries for teachers and doctors also in India, so that they will work in a more committed and dignified way. So this is really important, the suggestion given by the other. See, Aam Aadmi Party announced that in Delhi public transport, free ride for women. Aam Aadmi Party announced that in Delhi public transport, free ride for women. See how you can do that, how you can subsidize that, that's the question. But free ride for women will definitely encourage women commutation. Particularly, more women will go for work, because if there is no cost for transport, more women are encouraged to go to work. Am I okay? Then let's stop today. We'll go.